My name is Mike. I'll be hosting today, but our guest is none other than CEO and founder of Beaxy Exchange, Artak Hamazaspian. Artak, I was hoping first you could just tell me a little bit about your background and, how you found yourself involved building a cryptocurrency exchange.
Sure. So I'm a developer. I have a bachelor master degree in computer science. So it's me and my best friends were opening our first startup, and we're looking for a project to work on. Then in 2014, I moved to US, and it's a little bit longer story, but that's how I got a lot involved in crypto. Then I joined actually Cryptocopia in 2017.
Okay.
And actually, to be honest, Cryptocopia was like a thing that why we started Beaxy, because it was a lot of people at that time, like 1,000 probably very active members. And like they were like complaining every day about exchanges because crypto was going up. So it was a lot of volume, a lot of hype, and they were like not sustainable exchanges. And everyone complained about them. There was no Binance yet. So I think Binance is doing pretty well to compare to others. It was a Bittrex and Poloniex. And I mean, after seeing all these problems, after seeing that like the market really needs a better exchange, and okay, we can build this. And I started just talking to my colleagues, and that's how we started.
But it kind of grew out of Cryptocopia. That's pretty wild to hear.
That's exactly. I mean, I have a lot of team members actually, like I found from Cryptocopia, because that was the biggest community that I was using myself. And I remember that they opened like in August or September, we created like a development channel in Cryptocopia in 2017. And I just started like a posting there, like, hey, I need like a developer, I need a content writer, I need this for Beaxy Exchange. And like I got like a lot of people. It's like, so it's I'm very glad. I mean, it's literally, I can say like it's born from Cryptocopia community, the project.
How many employees do you have at Beaxy now?
Around 35 full-time, another 15 part-time.
When exactly did you really start to get the ball rolling and found the company? Was that last year? Was that earlier?
In 2017, August, we started Beaxy, and then we got our first investment. And which allows us to leave our jobs and start doing this full time.
And you popped a little champagne.
Yeah, almost. Tequila, not champagne. So yeah, and it was like 2018 January 12th. I remember like very good. That day we got like almost $500,000, $400,000 investment, which was completely fine for us to just have a backup plan and leave our jobs. And to just like have a daily expenses so we can do this full time. And then we just started growing. So
for right now, as I understand it, you guys are slowly, like you're launching the platform in stages. It's available for trading for community members like in the Beaxy Discord, and that's going to be rolled out over the next month. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So the thing is, we're going to launch end of the month, so January 31st, we'll go live with our beta. It's going to be a paper trading, so whenever you register, you will get a dummy money. You don't need to deposit or withdraw anything. You will be getting like a 1 BTC, 1,000 Beaxy on your account.
Okay.
So this is kind of testing. And to do this kind of project, you need like a professional audit company to do your security audit. And they need our beta to be live to do this. So it's coming to a timing because they need like 6 to 8 weeks to do this. So we decided to open this to our community members, but it's not real money. So if we have some kind of bug that like our security audit will find, we'll fix it. But we want our community to see what they are waiting for.
Got it. That's when beginning mid-March is when you would go live open for everybody in the world.
Exactly, and you can already deposit money and like do real trading, not like a kind of dummy money or something.
And so, just so I understand, so is this it's a spot exchange? Are you offering shorts, derivatives? None of that, just spot?
So we started as a spot exchange. Again, we're trying to do everything correctly. So to do derivatives, margin trading, you need a license. So it's again legal issue. We don't want to do like any other exchange like BitMEX or whoever. It's like you register, use VPN to trade. It's not our case. You must pass a KYC in our case. And like if I'm going to close US markets for futures, I don't want to do it because we are kind of team is in US right now. So we target US and Europe. I don't want to close half of my target because of the licensing. So we'll do the licensing and we'll make it later. But right now it will be just a spot exchange.
And then are OTC trades an option as well, or just retail?
So we target retail on day one. That's what we target. But we have a fully enhanced broker dealerage account, I would say, which is like you can get like your master account, you can have sub accounts, you can have different people, different users, different username passwords to the same account. You can so it's good for the hedge funds and like institutions to trade.
Well, you had mentioned a few minutes ago the customer support, which I personally think is a game changer. Like I remember personally, at least, like trying to get in touch with people at Kraken and Polo, and it was miserable trying to get in touch with somebody and even get a question answered, much less get funds freed from your account. So you guys are saying you're going to offer 24/7 customer support. You have teams you just mentioned around the world. Why did you feel that was important?
Sure, let's start from the important part. I truly believe that the United States is the #1 country because of the customer support. We really think exchange consists of different parts, and customer support is one of them, and all of them are equally important. There is no that this is important, this is less important. But we have already 50,000 users registered thanks to our marketing guys. But imagine we don't do customer support properly and people say, fuck this, I'm going to leave. It's like, who cares that we acquire users if people are not going to come back? Each one happy customer brings another customer with him. Each one not happy customer costs 100 times more than like acquiring one new customer. So it's easier and cheaper to keep the old customers than like getting new one. This is the business model in every business actually. I mean, we have less than 1 hour, I guess it's 1 hour, 10 minutes response time in average or something like this. So, but obviously it's not comparable because we don't have as much customers yet. And I think the challenges will come as we go live because we don't know how many customer support agents we need now. So we need to catch up as we go live. This is the challenge, I think, in customer support.
Okay, yeah. I mean, right in Chicago, like you've a lot, right there as far as the perception that I have of the fintech and crypto scene in Chicago. But then you also have a lot of the legacy institutions too.
We have a lot of friends in Chicago. As you said, Chicago is it's a fintech hub. It has a lot of exchanges like a CBOE, CME, and many, many more. During the building the exchange, we talk to all these kind of people, and like they don't only even test it. They literally were part of making a decision how to build it. So, for example, building the APIs, we're using a CME's documentation how the API should be. We don't need to recreate the wheel when we create an exchange because CME is running for 40 years or whatever it is. Like, we can just take exactly their model and like take it and build it because crypto is another asset, a tradable asset. So we are not different than any other NASDAQ or something. You should build exactly the same way. We don't have anything equal to them. So I think first we should bring it to the same level. As we're better, we should think, okay, what we can make more because we're next generation of this asset. We're like a different. But right now, this is NASDAQ and here, we are here, not visible even. It's like we need to come to the same level. This is what we're trying to do.
How did that partnership with One Market Data come about? Is that, pretty similar, having contacts in the Chicago area?
They're not Chicago company, they're New York company actually.
Oh, okay.
So, and I literally Googled like the best in-memory database for order book management data. And like it came up with some article say, hey, if you don't have money, go this link. If you have money, go to onetick.com. There is an open source one and there is the OneTick. And like I said, okay, we are kind of thinking to raise money. So let's imagine we have money and let's go to onetick.com. And then I click a request demo. There is a form and I fill out like a cryptocurrency exchange. They called me like in 20 seconds. Their sales head called me. It's like, hey, we're willing to enter this market. We'll do whatever needed. Let's work together. And like, I remember like yesterday, and I said like, okay, we're a startup. We don't have money. They said like, it's fine. So the partnership was that like we provided the algorithm what we want them to build, but they build on top of their private database. So they have a database that they wrote by their own. It's written in C++. It's super fast. They don't use any existing database. That's why it's very fast. It's in memory database. And they use their technology to build our algorithm on top. They're like working more than a year already on this with us. But we never paid them because they just want to build something. And then we have a partnership. I mean, literally, it's not about money. I mean, they just want to enter this business, crypto.
Okay.
And it's very good. I mean, companies like this entering, it's kind of giving us more wings. It's like, okay, these guys wanna be here. It means like we are not fucking idiots sitting here alone and dreaming.
Can you tell me a little bit about the order types that you're planning on offering? Because I mean, as I understand, that you're offering, I think 10 or 11, and that's way leaps and bounds above some of the other exchanges out there.
Correct. So we're starting with just a regular market order. Then we have a limit order, limit or cancel, fill or kill. So there is a stop loss limit. So people used to stop loss. It means like you will generate a market order as your condition meets. But stop loss limit is the same thing, but it generates a limit order, not a market order. So you can say, let's say, if Ethereum go to $100, create a limit order at 110, for example. So we have this, we have taking profit limit, take profit limit, and we have trailing stop limit. So this is all going to be on day one for sure, because we have already, I was testing this yesterday, all of this. So, and yeah, so still some work in progress. I mean, like it's actually a lot of work to support order types. Now I understand why other exchanges don't do it. And because we spend probably more time on this than anything else, to be honest.
And so we're actually going to turn it over to the community now. This first one's coming from Wooturds of Delta. They're asking about your trading engines. It says that your trading engine is benchmarking at 250,000 TPS per pair. And it's up to 10 times faster than a lot of the exchanges out there. Seen some comparisons with the New York Stock Exchange and their trading speed. They were wondering how you achieve that speed, and first how it scales automatically based on the trading pairs.
We achieved this speed with the partnership with One Market Data. It's not that we didn't deliver this in-house. This is delivered by, this technology was created with like One Market Data, one tick company like 20 years ago. One tick is written in C++. Their benchmark test, they have their own benchmark test. So in how it works, it just takes, imagine you submit orders, so they just generate like 100,000, a million order per second, and they see like how much matching engine will be doing it. So about trading pairs, yeah. So what is trading pair? So in reality, there are two bottlenecks in crypto exchanges. So every exchange that I ever read the documentation of, let's say Binance, KuCoin, or anything else, is like all their documentation says like our matching engine per exchange doing this much volume. Let's say 1.2 million transactions, right? So this is not a correct way to put. This is what I'm trying to say. So in reality, the bottleneck is always per trading pair. So
if you have one pool with one pipe and you're filling that by one spigot, that versus what you guys are doing, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're taking all that water and you're separating it into a ton of different buckets, and those buckets all have their own throughput.
Correct. So it's like a BTC Beaxy will be one pool, BTC dollar will be other pool, and like so a lot of pools. And let's say all of this combined, if we put all these holders into one, it will crash. I mean, water will go out. But if they put each out in each one separately, it will be like kind of working perfectly fine.
The next one is coming from Decentral Kai. They're wondering if you could briefly speak on the state of decentralized exchanges.
We need like a blockchain which supports hundreds of thousands of transactions per second to be able to run a code on that blockchain, which will be running a DEX. So first, technology not there. Second, if you want a DEX, it means, let's bring an example. Let's say Ethereum. We build a DEX on Ethereum, okay? Now, if you want to do a buy something against Bitcoin or something, we should do these swaps. So which is a very, very not done technology again, but it's expensive and it's slow. So this is the situation right now with DEXs.
Mark the Fourth is wondering, hey team, what are your rollout plans and schedules for the Beaxy API?
Yeah, final launch after in March. So let's say we launch in March, we'll open the APIs maybe end of April. I can't exactly say. It depends how it goes. Literally, it's like we have it ready. It's like more of when we want to open this to a public.
All right, last question.
Okay. Ready? Yeah.
Rob is wondering how we gain early access to the platform.
So you can go to beaxy.com, you can register there, you can pass KYC from now, which means as you get to a day of launch, you will get right away your user migrated to the launched platform with KYC approved. So you can open and you don't need to spend time. You will be already up and running. You can just deposit money and start trading. So,
all right, great. Well, listen, man, Artak, I can't thank you enough for doing this with us. I mean, listen, guys, I'm sure that you've taken a lot from this hour-long conversation, but I can't speak highly enough of y'all. It's not easy to put an exchange together. And you were just talking about the referral and how many incentives there are and what you can get from trading on the platform. I don't know. Try it out yourself. Y'all are launching soon, and I'm excited about it. But Artak, thank you again for doing this with us.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the invite. And don't forget to join Cryptocopia community. It's the best one. I mean, I studied there as my crypto journey. So you learn a lot.
All right. Well, good luck with everything. The launch Saturday, the rest of the product release, and we'll be following along. Artak, take it easy, man. Thank you.
Thank you.